Ask more from yourself. I still remember when I started the gym when I was around 16. Now I'm 27. It's been 11 years and I still don't have the body. Either way, my diet has been shit, whatever. I still remember when I was 16, I went to the gym because my friend invited me. And we went to this gym around my area, and I could honestly say it wasn't the best experience because the first time I went to the gym, my whole body was sore. I can't tell you, I can't tell anyone who hasn't been to the gym, who hasn't felt that soreness before, how much it hurts, how your body aches from it. And then when I started going to the gym by myself because my friend wasn't available, and along the way we kind of fell out. How much that felt. When I was 17, I was already going to the gym at this point. I was going after high school. Um, After school, I went. It was kind of like a afternoon thing that we had, that I had to put myself through because I was a young man. I didn't have anything much to do, and one thing led to the other. I fell in love with powerlifting after that because I started watching like JK News. I started watching power building vloggers. I watched a lot of powerlifting videos in general. It really helped encapsulate that kind of interest that I had. That and also martial arts and everything else. I was engrossing myself in this physical culture of fighting, of being a man, of lifting heavy things. And I registered my identity as a powerlifter. I still do, but different lapses here and there. And I'm starting to get back at it, more into my powerlifting roots, trying to get my PR back up. I still remember when I was around that age and going into university and everything. There was this time where I was going to high school. I got done with high school. I wanted to go into university. I wanted to build my life there, but I wanted a PR. I still remember I had a goal. When I was that age, I had a goal in where I wanted to squat 3 plates, I wanted to deadlift 3 plates, and I wanted to bench 2 plates. Honestly, in powerlifting, there's always a rule of two. If you're good at 2 lifts, you're always going to be shit in one. And that, unfortunately, was my bench press. My bench press was horrible. For my age, it was not bad, but at the same time, I expected more of me. I expected myself to be able to do more than what these enhanced individuals are, these trained individuals have. I thought to myself, and I truly put this idea, and I still have that mentality of I have to do more with less. While people have in abundance and they get their result, I need to get the same result with less. And that has always been my mentality. I'm here to do more with less. And yes, there are flaws with that idea. However, there is a certain there's a certain charm with that mentality, where you're willing to put in more work than people. You're willing to put more effort than people. And there is a charm, and there is something very, very masculine. There's very, very brave of someone, very valor-like, very, it's just one of the ways that people respect, where you're able to do more with less. So I still remember I wanted to get my bench press up to 100 kilograms, 2 plates, right? So I did bench press every day. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best, honestly. It wasn't the best plan, but it was a plan nonetheless. It was a plan. And I went with the program. I stuck with it. I did bench press every day. Every time I went to the gym, I didn't care about all these accessory muscles. I didn't care about all these muscles that go and assist the bench press. I just decided I was going to do bench press every day until I got my 2 plates. Lo and behold, one day I did. And a lot of people might say, oh, that's just a stupid way to train. That's just a ridiculous way to train. And plus, at that time, I didn't really have much money. I was just eating at home. My parents gave me money. I didn't really have much. Because, as a man, as a boy, as a child, your parents give you money. To the ones that are given money, anyways, you use it to the max of your opportunity. And I just spent it on stupid things. Stupid things that I didn't really need. And food that wasn't really the best, but I digested. I ate everything. I lifted every day. I just did it for the sake of doing it. I wanted that goal. And then I did. It was not so much the goal, but it was more of the fact that I had put it in my mind that by hook or by crook, I was going to get that goal. I was going to be able to get that goal irregardless of what people thought. I was going to get that goal. I was going to get there. I was going to do it. And I didn't care what people said about me, what people thought about me, what people assumed I would look like just because I'm going to the gym. I just did bench press every day. And it was a good 6 months. It took a good 6 months in where I got my 2-plate bench press. So what does it all mean? For me to be able to get there, I had to put an ideal for myself in where I had to request more from this guy. This man had to request more for himself, from himself, to get that 2-plate bench press. It wasn't really the best. It wasn't really the most idealistic idea. And honestly, it wasn't really the funnest idea. Because I had shoulder pains, I had tricep sores, I had everything that you would have with a stupid program. I'm more smarter now. I'm more dialed in. I'm more analytical and technical with my training. However, I still have that mentality in me in where I'm supposed to do more with less. I'm supposed to do more with less, and I'm going to ask for myself to do it, irregardless of what people say, regardless of what people thought, regardless of what people would assume I'm supposed to be doing at the moment. Because for me, my goals mattered more. And I'm starting to dial it back into it. I'm starting to get back into it. Because honestly, who are you when you ask yourself for more? Are you the one that says, that's too much? That's too much. I can't do it. I can't do it. Or are you the man? Are you the guy? Are you the person that would look at himself in the mirror and tell himself, you know what, I can do it. This is something I'm gonna do. This is worth doing. I had to tell myself that a long time because I acknowledge I'm not the smartest. I'm not the prettiest. And honestly, this face is not the most handsome. I mean, it can pull a few girls here and there, but it's not really the best. I get it, okay? I'm not the most good looking. I'm not the richest. I don't have the most money. I don't have all of this. I'm given the most disadvantages. In my perspective, I have been given the most disadvantages in the rate and the range of the people in my life. However, I know for a fact that God put me on this earth to fulfill what He wants me to do, which is to be the best person I can, to worship Him and to be the best person I can. So irregardless, I'm gonna do more with less. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Irregardless, I'm going to do it. Ask yourself for more. Create an ideal and fulfill it. Because if that idiotic method of doing bench press every day got me to 2 plates, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I know I've been given certain unfair advantages. However, it doesn't matter. Irregardless, it doesn't matter. I will get there. I will do it. I don't care what people think. I'm gonna do it. because God has allowed me to do it. And if you have a problem with that, sucks to be you, because I'm still gonna do it. Ask more from yourself. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised with how much you can actually get, how much you can actually gain, and what you can do. Because you don't know, but He knows. Anyways, take care, stay safe, be well. Assalamualaikum.